Okay, everybody, now it's time to put our brash embellishments on our house and our witch hat. So the first thing I want you guys to do is remember that we're going to do one side at a time. Since I'm only doing the tiny cottage, you're only going to see me do this once, and you're going to see me do it on the front. But I want you to know that whenever we're doing this, we're going to do one side at a time. For instance, the first side we're going to do laying down like this. We're going to take our brass pieces, the window. You guys are going to have 4 windows that you're going to frame. Usually I would be putting the door here, but since it's a tiny house, I won't be putting the door, but you get the idea. You're going to take your door, and the back of your door, just on the soldered part, you're going to put some E6000 glue, and then when you place it down on your house, you're just going to place it right down directly over the door. Okay, obviously I'm not doing it because this cottage is too tiny. All right. We're doing the front of the house. I showed you how to do the door. You're just going to let it, you don't press on it, just let it lay. Then you're going to take your window frames in the back and you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put E6000 glue, not too much but not too little, because you really don't want it squirting out. I mean, it's not going to matter if it does, but you don't want it to be too little. I just put a little too much right there. And you want to just let it lay carefully over your window. It's perfect size. Don't touch it otherwise. Now you guys will have put 4 plus your door, and you're just going to let it sit about 8 hours off to the side. Then you're going to take your rooftop, and you're probably going to need something to level it. I'll use a rag. I like to just roll up towels or whatever, and it gives it a nice place to lay. You're going to do the front of your roof, your chimney piece. You're going to E6000 that just on the bottom. I bent it over a little tiny bit so it'll fit, because this is, really big on the tiny one. Anyway, you're just going to lay it down with the E6000 on it, on your chimney. I hope you guys can see this. Press it down a little bit. This one's a little different. You want it to make sure it's secure. Then you're going to lay it so it's level on top of possibly a rag or something. Then you're going to do the tip, the part, where it's going to fit. Your little corner pieces are going to go on your roof edge. I only put it like right there in the top. And you're going to lay that down. Same thing with the next one. It's just going to sit. You don't want to touch it. You're just going to leave it. Then, of course, you have your bat. Love the bat. You want to really see where it's going to lay. I'm just going to go ahead and directly put the E6000 glue right on the glass glitter, which I normally will never do because it will turn it yellow. But in this situation, you're not going to see it. And I'm going to lay the bat so his wings are kind of perfect with that roof piece. You see how it looks? Looks fantastic. Okay, so we're just going to leave those to sit for about 8 hours to dry. And then we're going to come back and we're going to do the other side. There's 2 other sides you're going to be finishing with embellishments. You're going to do the side. You're not going to do the back. So with each one, You can probably wait, I would say, about 2 hours in between, because they'll be adhered enough so you can turn it to the side carefully and work on this side. Wait 2 hours, turn it over and work on this side, and then just let them sit overnight. Okay. And let them sit. Then on your witch hat, you need to find somewhere that you can lay it so that it's going to be level. Because you want it to be level like this. So you can lay your embellishment right there. Lay it on a pillow. You can put a pillow under it. Something. But, you know, you just want it to be level because you don't want this sliding all over the place. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to give it a nice amount of glue. Just pretty much in the center. I'm not even going to go off to the sides because it's going to glue, and I don't want it to come out of the sides. It's going to be enough. That's just going to work out just going there in the center. Then I'm going to place it where I want it on my hat. Press it down. I love it. Okay. Like I said, find a pillow or something to put under it so it can sit there, and you're going to wait, leave it until the next day so it's nice and strong. Okay, while you're waiting for all your brash embellishments to dry on your house and your hat, I've gone ahead and I gave you guys about 3 yards of ribbon, and I've cut about 2 10-inch pieces to put that I've tied directly to the ends of the chain. Everybody has different chain. There wasn't enough of that vintage chain to go around, and the supplier is completely out of it. So everybody kind of got different chain, but it doesn't really matter. I don't know if you guys blackened yours or not. You can blacken it the same way you blacken everything else. It's all brass. I've gone ahead and taken the 2 10-inch pieces and I've tied them directly to the end of the chain at about the halfway mark, and I've tied it in a double knot so it's going to stay. But be careful that the seam binding does tear, so you want to be careful. Then I've gone ahead and I've cut about 3 7-inch pieces, and I tied the charms directly to the chain and just tied it off with a knot and then a bow. And I like to crumple up my ribbon. Some people don't. I just, you know, get it a little wet with a spray bottle and crunch it up in my hands, and that's the way it looks. So when our houses are completely done, we're going to attach our banner to the front, and I'll show you how to do that. All right, we're at the last step, and you're going to need to get a sharp object, a nice pick or something like that. I went in my husband's toolbox and I've got this. It's like a huge drill bit. And I've made 2 large holes about almost a 1/2 inch up in the crease. And I made the holes pretty good size, and then what I did was I took a large embroidery needle, it doesn't have to be sharp, with a really large eye, about a 1/2 inch, and then you just use your ribbon, string that through the eye of the large needle, and come from the bottom up, and you just tie on your banner. I'm not going to tie this one on simply because it's too big for this little house, but that's what you're going to do. And just got my little Skeletor guy right there. He looks pretty cute. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much. I appreciate each and every one of you, and hopefully we'll be back together again next month.